Welcome back, beautiful ladies. If you missed part 1 of this series, this is all about how to resuscitate your New Year's resolutions. It might be March 2025, but it is not too late to bring your resolutions back to life. This is tip number 6. How can you honor your body through small, consistent actions? You want to see your body as a temple for transformation. Whether you attend a temple, a church, a mosque, what is the one thing you are seeking when you attend? Connection, transformation, some sort of revelation. Your body is the conduit through which you experience life and carry out your purpose. Your body does a tremendous amount in supporting your dreams. It gives you strength, resilience, and the ability to choose. And with all that it does for you, don't you want to honor it? That could simply be adding greens to your smoothie to power you through your day, or taking a well-rounded multivitamin to fill in the nutritional gaps, or just thinking about the grace that your body is giving you before every meal and the abundance it's about to assimilate to give you the power you are seeking. Tip number 7. What part of yourself have you been hiding, and how can revealing it transform your body? I believe on a deep subconscious level that very often we resist change because we know that it's going to bring up emotions that we don't want to deal with. And we do this even when we know the change is going to be beneficial. In the book, The Body Keeps the Score, it is referenced how trauma is retained in the body and can be released through physical changes and body transformations such as weight loss. Unresolved emotions can be stored, trapped in the body. When you're on your journey and you start to feel resistance, I ask you to take a deep reflection and look within with unprecedented honesty about parts of yourself that you've been hiding because you've been afraid. When we transform in a big way, you have to be prepared for all of the positivity that will ensue. And maybe consciously you want that, but if on an unconscious level you don't feel worthy, you'll put up a wall. I talked about the concept having is evidence of wanting in a few videos back, and I will leave a link below in the show notes for that video, as this might help you see where consciously you say you want something, but on a deep subconscious level you don't feel worthy, and because of that you can't bring certain things to fruition. Tip number 8 is near and dear to me because I've definitely struggled with this. What has your body been trying to tell you that you've been ignoring? Your body sends cues in a multitude of ways: tension, headaches, gut issues, back pain, unrelenting guilt, and shame. Let's take unhealthy food cravings, for example. These typically represent unmet needs of love, validation, or even safety. If you're not getting these needs met, then your body will use these foods as a way to meet those needs. I used to struggle with the cycle of binge eating and restricting, and on the one hand, my body was definitely searching for those unmet calories when I was restricting. But from an emotional standpoint, what was I trying to achieve? I was intensely trying to stuff my emotions down, and I simply could not stuff them down deep enough. It was a very painful experience to go through, and if that is something you have ever suffered with or are currently suffering with, I greatly empathize with you and here to tell you, you can definitely break that cycle. Next time you want to eat a bunch of junk, ask yourself, what are you truly hungry for? Tip number 9 is, how does the energy of abundance affect your relationship with food and fitness? When we're stuck in scarcity, it potentially permeates every other area of our life. We might hold back from our partner afraid that they'll leave us, afraid to live up to our own potential, or afraid that if we achieve a certain amount of monetary success, it will just vanish. A scarcity mindset might think, I can't eat carbs because it'll make me gain weight. An abundance mindset says, I have access to delectable, wholesome, nutrient-dense carbohydrates like sweet potatoes, quinoa, and fruit that fortify and energize me. I know so many women are afraid of carbohydrates because they've practically been demonized in our society, unfortunately. And if you haven't watched my video on how to properly combine your carbs and fat so you don't have to eliminate carbohydrates for your diet, please do so. I will leave that link down below for you. Tip number 10 is centered around, can you discover what you truly desire without being bound by a specific goal? In the book Siddhartha, the dichotomy of seeking and finding is a central theme. When someone is seeking, it happens quite easily that he only sees the thing that he is seeking, that he is unable to find anything, unable to absorb anything, because he is only thinking of the things he is seeking, because he has a goal, because he is obsessed with his goal. Seeking means to have a goal, but finding means to be free, to be receptive. I'm not saying you shouldn't have a goal, but I think we're all guilty of becoming extremely hyper-focused on one outcome that we ignore all other possibilities that might lead to doors that we didn't even know existed. If your journey isn't working, take a step back, pause, reflect, look around, and see that there might just be a path that you've been too blind or even too stubborn to see. I hope these tips have been helpful for you. I know it can be really challenging to stick to your New Year's resolution goals, but it is never too late. Every day that you wake up is a new opportunity, and even if you just got a sliver of hope from one of these tips, then I did my job. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you in the next video.